Hi everyone, good morning. This is Daisy here, aka Professional High Priestess, and I'm here to put just a quick channeled message for the collective. Um, so last night I put a message out regarding confirmation, and I'm not sure what happened, but like I don't know. I think like YouTube's been doing this weird thing where I go live, and then like after the video won't save, the live won't save. So I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully it doesn't happen with this and future recordings. It's happened to me twice now, so we'll see. Maybe who needed to hear it heard it. Anyhow, good morning, everybody. This is Daisy here, aka Professional High Priestess. Okay, and I'm back with another quick channeled message for you all. And this channeled message that I have is they're obsessed, depressed, and embarrassed. Karmics don't have any love of self, so they're learning harsh lessons right now. And this is kind of an extension of the confirmation reading that we did. You went through your transformation process. You were willing to go through the ups and downs. You were willing to heal. There's a quote, and it says, "When you don't make time for those who make time for well, it's though." Let me see. When you don't make time for your wellness, you're gonna have to make time for your illness, right? And these karmics, they spend so much time being toxic, low vibrational, obsessive, demonic, all that shit. And then when it's time for chickens to roost, or when they start having tower moments in their life where things start going on, they start looking for outlets and scapegoats and people to project on because they can't handle the reality of the fire that they created for themselves, And that comes from that lack of love of self. That lack of love of self. And you're gonna see a lot of these karmics with this lack of love of self get themselves wrapped up in bullshit and chaos. Yeah. And get exposed. And then feeling some type of way too. Because you're over here and you're happy and you're healed and you're loving. Hi everyone. DG. Yeah, I can't. Let's see. Dear bright loving ancestors, what messages do you have? Obsessed, embarrassed. Yeah. And a lot of these karmics are fucking embarrassed because, something that I am picking up on here too is a lot of these masculines have realized who these karmics are and they want no parts. So because they're getting dogged, they're not getting dick, they're not getting any attention or whatever. And whatever games that she was playing to keep the relationship up, mainly probably triangulating you, using you to build the relationship, using you to build their name and stuff like that. And build the partnership because you pulled your energy back and because you're no longer in the mix and because the true feminine versus the true karmic has been exposed, their tactics are not working anymore. Their games are not working anymore. So they feel some type of way. Yeah, you must feel some type of way. Yeah, you're going to continue to feel some type of way. Should have stayed in your fucking lane. Now these karmics are embarrassed because they were trying to compete with you when it's falling apart. There is no competition with the divine being. Meanwhile, you were focusing on your healing. You were focusing on your masculine and him with the karmic or this karmic and what she was saying about you and all this other stuff or the spell work or none of that stuff. Really, you were just focused on healing and doing you and being a good person. Messages, please. The karmics are embarrassed. What does it say here? It says play, have fun, don't be so serious. Yeah. They play too much. That's what this is saying. They play too much and they don't take shit seriously. So then when serious chickens come home to roost, they don't know how to deal with it. Didn't I just say that? A lot of these karmics are getting their issue and they're getting their tea and they don't know how to handle it. So they're looking for scapegoats and they're looking for an outlet and stuff like that. They should have thought about that. They're probably only loving ancestors because judgment is a fire and they can't handle the fire of judgment. What messages do you have? What messages do you have, please? Regarding the karmics are embarrassed and obsessed. Yeah. Now these karmics are embarrassed with you because you're doing well for yourself. And then the funny thing is it says you have the great gathering. Yeah, it's all coming together. And these karmics are gathering other people to help watch and stop and spy and look at her and she did this and she did that and calling their friends to get them to talk about you to make them feel better about themselves. And they still come up short every single time because a lot of these karmics are realizing they're not the real divine feminine at all. They're not divine at all. They're trash. And if they didn't know it before, they're learning it now. Yeah. And I feel like, and a lot of people are starting to see, I feel like these karmics friends and family are like separating themselves because they don't want to have no parts. They don't want to be a part of the toxicity. I'm tired of seeing you attack that person or talk bad or some shit like that. I'm done talking to you. You're a hater ass bitch. Yeah. A lot of these karmics or friends and family are realizing that this karmic is hella toxic and they don't want any parts. And they're like, that's why you're always dealing with bullshit and chaos in your life. Yeah, they're losing friends and family and associates now because no one wants to be in proximity to the madness. Dear bright and living ancestors, what messages do you have? Obsessed, impressed, and obsessed, depressed, and embarrassed. Yeah, they're falling short. They have no love of self, and it's obvious. It's becoming very apparent. It says inner temple. Yeah, yeah. And then look what it says here: the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Yeah, but what this inner temple, you care for yourself. You know, they say that they say like the temple of God is a church, the temple of God is the body, and then God lives within, dwells within, right? So you consider yourself, you hold yourself on higher regard. You respect yourself. These karmics don't. They cling on to people. They chase after folks. They don't. They just like do embarrassing shit, and then they get mad when it backfires. And I'm also picking up right now too. Some of these masculines have told these karmics, even some of your karmics have told some of these female karmics to like stop talking about her, leave her alone, or some shit like that. Like they've taken up for you. Oddly enough, they've taken up for you because they see how toxic and low vibrational rat bitch karmic that this is that they are dealing with, and now they see. Now they understand that they want for trash and low quality. And this karmic is mad too because I feel like they've been realized as well too. Because they can't keep on stealing from you and emulating you and copying your swag and your persona. It's not working to try to confuse these masculines. It's not working. They know true essence now. Trying to discredit you and all this other stuff, it's not working now. So now they have to go to a new outlet. So I told you guys, expect for the bullshit to ramp up. Expect for your name to get put in stupidity. Expect for these karmics to start some victim story or some bullshit like that to get attention. All of it to get attention. And I feel like they're still not getting attention. Something else that I am picking up here too with the crumbling. What are you holding on to? A lot of these masculines and these karmic masculines have told these karmics that they don't want to have sex with them. They don't want to deal with them or nothing like that. They've blocked them, all types of stuff. Some of them have even gotten word that they're going to get restraining orders put on them. So they're going to start going ape shit. They're embarrassing. Yeah. And this is what had to happen because these masculines had to realize that these bitches that they were running with are nothing but their enemy. And these karmic and these divine feminines that are not on their path to what they're masculine, chasing after another karmic or being entertained by a karmic. Yeah. The sex doesn't work. None of that stuff. The masculine's realizing this karmic doesn't respect her temple either. She doesn't. She does it for all like the makeup and body products and hair and looks and clothes and shit like that this karmic taps into to get done up. This karmic doesn't take care of their temple. They may have a bad diet or they're drug addicted or they don't even eat good or they're hella toxic. They're hella corrosive and toxic on the inside. And these masculines want no parts. Now they're starting to see the difference between a divine feminine and a karmic. And it's not about just eating vegan. Because I know a whole bunch of vegan karmics that are hella toxic and corrosive inside. You might as well just still be eating meat. There's no difference because you're still processing and putting out low vibrational energy, which is what meat has. Meat is filled with. So what's the point? Yeah, you went within though, and with this devotion card, some of these karmics they put these masculines as their god. You didn't. You set your fucking boundaries. You set that line, and they didn't want to stay in line with it, so you remove them. Yeah, but these karmics they treat these masculines like that's their god or that's their father or some shit like that. Some of these karmics got hella weird ass daddy issues, and they be bringing this shit all over the place. I mean, a lot of us do, but I feel like some of this stuff is like you should have got that shit together in your 20s and 30s. I need you to get that shit together so we can be together. Whoa. Yeah. And you know, another thing too, some of these masculines, they're trying to figure out how to get their shit together to come back towards you. They're doing all the things that they would never do for the karmic. They're changing their ways, their behaviors, all types of things that they would never do for the karmic. And these karmics are pissed off because only the divine feminine can elicit that type of energy. All the things your man won't do. If this karmic brought this masculine into any type of drug addiction or whatever, this masculine is realizing that with the poverty and despair card, that this was all a trap with this karmic, that all the partying and the sex and the orgies and stuff like that, it was all designed to get them to a point where they were going to be degraded, so that they would lose everything. This masculine's realizing that this karmic is their enemy now. And this karmic is an embarrassment. They be trying to use sex and drugs and shit like that to get these masculines enticed. And when that doesn't work, they use conflict. When that doesn't work, they use you. These masculines are figuring out like what is their karmic's recipe for trying to get back in their graces and get back in their zone. To have something to say to them. Some of these masculines have made it very clear to the karmic, you don't have shit to say to me or her. And she's like, well, why all of a sudden are you taking up for her? I thought she was this and then she was that. And some of these masculines like, it doesn't fucking matter how I feel about her, what she was to me then, what she is to me now. I told you to leave her alone, keep her name out of your mouth, the whole shit, and they can't stand it. Yeah. I feel these karmics are getting put in their place by these masculines. Good. Clarify the crumbling. What are you clinging onto? Clarify the crumbling. What are you clinging onto? No, let me use the tarot. Let's use the let's investigate. Clarify the crumbling. It says the death card. Ooh, I told you. 6 of Swords. Yeah, and the Sun card. Yeah. Many of these karmics have been exposed with their mental instability, their low vibrational behavior. Yeah. A lot of these masculines are completely running away from these karmics now with the death card and the 6 of Swords. Completely on the run from the karmic. Yeah. Some of them are even like, they'd rather be homeless or sleep in their car than live with the karmic. And then it says they're crumbling. What are you clinging to? Yeah. It's done. Some of these karmics have gotten worse. It's done with your masculine or your karmic, with some of these karmics that they were dealing with. And the karmic can't stand it. So that's what I'm saying. She's using all last-ditch efforts. I'm telling you, expect some bullshit to come out the woodworks. Expect someone to contact you with mess. Expect people calling you with drama and shit because of karmic. She needs attention, and she needs to be in this masculine's mind and headspace. So she's gonna continue, or he's gonna continue. Yeah. Calling friends and family all around. 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups. Yeah. Lies, trickery, deception, manipulation, going all the way the fuck out. Yeah. You got the 7 of Cups here, spell work, more glamour spells, more illusion spells, more conflict spells, more separation spells. It's over. Some of these karmics, they did one spell and it was able to work to get you and your masculine away from each other, but all the other spells didn't work. It's like you guys are immune to it now. Yeah. And this karmic is big ass mad because your masculine real talk fucking loves you. And that's all that there is to be said about it. And this karmic can't stand it because somebody loves you, baby. Because you did the work on yourself, inner devotion. You treat yourself like you're a temple. You treat yourself like you're a holy site. You carry yourself as such. You're divine feminine. You exude that energy. These karmics are pissed off because they can't do it like you do. No, at all. They don't love themselves. That's why. And these masculines are starting to realize I can't be with the bitch that doesn't love herself. These karmics are embarrassing these masculines. That's another thing that I'm picking up too. And some of these masculines are like, I wish I would have stayed with my feminine. I wish I would have stayed with my feminine. Some of them are even saying that too because now they see you doing well. Yeah. They see it all coming together. Yeah. They see that you've changed your energy, that you're having fun, that you're prosperous, and that you're not depressed. That's why another reason why these karmics are obsessed and mad at you. Because even though you're not in union with your masculine or your twin, you're not chasing, you're not sad, you're not depressed, starting fights and drama. They're the ones laying up with the masculine or your feminine. And then they're the ones attacking you or spying on you or watching you or shit like that. Yeah. Some of these karmics are so crazy. They went to death rituals or try to put hits out on you or have people come to your house or start some shit with you all over dick. Or someone that didn't want them. And they look stupid. I feel like some of these masculines are realizing the dirty assholes that they got involved with these karmics. And he's like, well, how did I get involved with a bitch like this? Magic. Yeah. And they're getting rejected. 4 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. That's why they're looking goofy and starting shit and looking a mess. And getting implicated. I'm going to tell you right now, some of these karmics, they're even stirring shit up just to get attention. And a lot of it's going to get exposed that they're the problem. They're making their kids sick so the masculine will feel bad. They're even injuring themselves, mutilation. They're conjuring stuff up. Someone texted me, it must have been her, starting stuff just to be in their good graces. And all of it's going to get exposed. And they're going to look hella stupid. Clarify play. You got the Queen of Pentacles, exactly. Yeah, 6 of Wands right here because you're victorious. Yeah. And with all the mess and drama that these karmics have started to try to keep separation up and all this stuff, your masculine watches you every single day on social media. He sees you as the winner. He sees you as the wife, Queen of Pentacles. He sees you as stable, grounded, nurturing, loving, caring, has her shit together. Meanwhile, these karmics, even if they do have money, these masculines see them as broke spiritually. They're defunct. And he sees that these karmics are hella decrepit and sad. And I feel like some of these karmics are chasing after these masculines, talking about, I can upgrade you and do this and do that. And these masculines are looking like, how are you going to do that for me? But you got a hole in your head. Yeah. Now these masculines are realizing that they can't look for that outside of themselves. They have to find it within. They need to stop energy vampirizing and learn how to be self-sufficient. That's why they're getting these karmics in their life that are low vibing. You know what song I'm hearing? Look at, yeah, you got the King of Cups. Yeah, thank you, Nancy. Yeah, King or Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups. Take it how it resonates. They want to come towards you. Yeah, some of these masculines want to get you pregnant and they want to have a baby. That's crazy. And these karmics are pissed off. Seven of Cups, a lot of them are like I said, they're on pills. No, there's nothing wrong if you have to take like supplements or pills or like Prozacs and all those type of things. Trust me, I understand. And then also too, the standard American diet, they're missing so many nutrients and they have so many additives that people do have to take like supplements and chemistry, chemicals, which is another type of spell work. Chemistry is another type of spell work. Okay, for real, for my real chemists to understand. I understand. That's not what this is. These karmics are on these pills and they're on these medications because of their own behavior, because they put themselves in psychosis trying to play with you, because shit is backfiring, chasing after your masculine, because spell work is tearing up their subconscious mind and giving them mental illness, because their bad habits are catching up with them. Yeah, Seven of Cups, confusion and illusion, spell work. Yeah. Even with all the magic, your masculine is still in love with you. I'm hearing that song, You're Still Mine. Yeah. Look at the Strength card. You got the Strength card right here. Yeah. And the Strength card is like these masculines are resisting these karmics. King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I'm telling you now. King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The Hermit at the top of the deck. I'm telling you. This is what these karmics are getting. So when the bullshit starts, you guys, this is confirmation. It's confirmation that this is why it's starting. And you know, I don't really do readings like this, but I have to just reaffirm because I know a lot of you guys deal with some of the craziest karmics on planet Earth. The most sick, dysfunctional, disgusting, toxic people. They don't even know how they make people sick to their stomach. I feel like this masculine gets sick every time he hears this karmic's voice or has to deal with her because she's so low vibrational. And he regrets sticking his dick in her. That's why every time he has to deal with her, he's in a mask with the Hermit and the King of Swords. And he's so ghost on her. The Strength card, Hermit, King of Swords, he wants no fucking parts. A lot of these karmics have been exposed for the dog-ass females that they are, or men. And if this is like a same-sex relationship, I'm telling you right now, you're like, because I know like in different places, queer communities stick together. This karmic is getting blacklisted by the queer community, or your ex karmic, or your karmic masculine, or your masculine and the karmic are getting blacklisted by that queer community because they start shit. They be trying to bring people, the karmic tries to bring people in for orgies and start stuff and triangulate people to keep their relationship together. It's toxic ass mess going on. People don't want them coming to the gay bars because they start fights in their relationship, or they get hella drunk and spread stuff when they come to parties. Yeah, people know. Yeah. If this is two women, this karmic is now, yeah, Ace of Pentacles. This karmic is trying to get inseminated in vitro. So that they, let's have a baby together. That's gonna help the relationship. Yeah, trying to slow your relationship down. You got the Knight of Pentacles in the Tower, and this is not gonna work. Some of these karmics are having a tower moment now because they try to stop your masculine from coming towards you. They try to get your masculine to turn on you. They were playing with slow work, trying to stop other things going in your life. That's why they're dealing with the Tower now with the Knight of Pentacles. Clarify the Great Gathering. Ancestors are about to come down and start scattering these karmics. Yeah, and so these karmics are going to have to watch you go into union still anyways. And they're going to be big mad. Some of you guys may not even deal with the person that you originally started with. You may say, fuck it, I'm going to go to somebody else. And your karmic, the karmic partner in this situation, she's obsessed and embarrassed and scorned. Because after all the shit that they talked and all the mess that they talked, there's somebody, people still love you. You're the talk of the town or whatever. The most sought after woman. And these karmics are like, how was that after all this shit talking and stuff like that? Because these masculines are always in love, even when they're plotting and planning against you with the karmic. Some of these karmics are realizing that they're just being used as a pawn by the masculine to get close to you or to get back at you for leaving them. What is this right here? You got the Ace of Swords. Yep. Yeah. Clarity and truth. The Ace of Swords. And these karmics know it too. I'm telling you right now, the ancestors are about to step down with the Chariot card, that light body Merkaba energy, and scatter these karmics. Some of these karmics, the masculine bought them a car or a house or expensive stuff, and they're still not happy because it's not about materials, it's about the love. And these karmics are pissed off because you didn't get any of that. Your masculine made sure to purposely give to everybody and support everybody except for you. And you said, you know what, fuck it. Good. I'm happy you showed me who you were, and you kept it pushing. Now they feel some type of way because their true colors have been exposed, their petty ass behavior. And the karmic is embarrassed because these masculines still want to be in union with you with the Four of Wands. A lot of these karmics too, they're gonna watch you come up financially, spiritually, with your romance, with your career, everything, and they don't got shit to show for, and they never did. A lot of these karmics too, because they've been spending so much time focused on you, bothering you. A lot of them are about to go through situations where their finances are gonna be under fire. Yeah, and they're gonna have to start looking for jobs and all that type of stuff. And while they could have been working on their resume, or getting contracts or building their business, they were busy stalking you and harassing you. Now they're going to be in a crunch. Don't you love how that works? Or one of these karmics, they were trying to come against you or start some shit with you. Now they're embarrassed because they realize they don't have love of self because they were so focused on you. They realize that they lack a whole bunch of love for themselves, and it's becoming hella apparent. Some of these karmics are in their bed depressed. They can't look in the mirror. They feel stupid because some shit is backfiring into their subconscious waters, into those astral waters. Yeah. A lot of them are going to be dealing with court cases and bullshit for what they dealt with you. There's a lot of divine feminines here who are currently dealing with court cases with karmics. Karmics that were gang stalking, playing with spell work, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, this shit is real. I have a divine feminine who she's currently has a whole trial, and there's a whole FBI investigation. She's dealing with the same thing. Karmics doing blood magic and shit like that. That's how I knew I wasn't tripping with everything that I was dealing with my case too, because she was dealing with the same exact thing. The only difference is her brother is in law enforcement. That's why they support her and they can't play with her. Yeah, I'm telling you, you're going to see a lot of your karmics are going to get caught up. Stalking you, harassing you, playing games on your phone, getting other people in to help them. All to keep up with the masculine or keep up with the feminine that they're chasing after. All of them are going to get caught up for that. All of it is coming out now. And they feel embarrassed in terms of how low they stoop to be in competition and still get left and still not be wanted and desired. One of these karmics too, now I feel like there's been a separation, and one of them be threatening this masculine now. If you don't have sex with me, I'm going to do this. If you don't do this, I'm going to call my brother. Yeah, threatening his life, threatening his peace, all of that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, my brother's in a gang, and yeah. That's what they're doing now. And they can't, and these masculines are like, you know what? Do what you want. Some of them are like, fuck it. Call your brother. I'll fight him. All that stuff. Just so that they can get this karmic out of their life once and for all. Okay, so now that we fought, can you leave me alone now? Yeah. And she's embarrassed because I feel like this karmic started a bunch of beef too between some men. Wow. And now she feels stupid because she started a whole bunch of beef just to be in competition with you. And it ended up backfiring on her. Now she's in the middle of some bullshit. Good. Clarify inner temple. Clarify inner temple. It says here the Ace of Wands, right? Yeah. That's why you have a new beginning, judgment. Exactly. That's why you're having a new beginning. And the karmics are getting judgment here. And they're embarrassed and frustrated too. Because they look lousy and stupid in front of hella people. And they didn't expect for it to happen like this. But they don't have love of self. This is what happens when you lack love of self. This is the type of behavior that you get into. When you don't make time for your wellness, you're going to make time for illness. These karmics for sure make time for illness. Now they're getting repercussions. Yeah. And these masculines want no parts of dealing with a lot of these karmics. They rather stalk you all day and obsess over your photos. Even when these masculines are doinking these karmics or fucking them, he's like, okay, well, I want to do it from the back. Like turn off the lights, some shit like that. Cover your face with the pillow or put the sheet over your head or some shit like that. And he can't even get a nut off, or he's thinking about you. Wow, that's hella cold game. What's the death card? You got the Queen of Swords, because these karmics are liars. Yeah. Because the Queen of Swords, the female who's a liar, could be a Libra energy right here too. Or a Gemini energy. What's play? Queen of Yeah, you got the King of Wands and this masculine here and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, your masculine sees you as the victor. Eight of Wands is social media, it's apps, it's communication devices. Yeah, your masculine is staring, is spying and watching and perping and lurking and obsessed. Yes, obsessed. Meanwhile, he's sitting right next to the karmic spying on your social media, and she's sitting right there watching him. And he doesn't give a single fuck. And did I tell you that some of these karmics have trapped these masculines with pregnancies with the Ace of Wands? Because they see this they treat this masculine and dick like a god, or sex like a god. And this is for the folks who are not in the same-sex relationships. These karmics want to go get pregnant to keep them. And she's sitting right there with a full-blown belly or embryo in her gut. And the masculine is chasing after you, talking about how he wants to go back to you and how he's not fulfilled with the karmic, and she's looking goofy. Yeah. And for the same-sex relationships, it's the same shit too. Some of them are even just watching porn or going out and sleeping with other people now too, because the karmic, they're not getting any satisfaction from the karmic. So at least it's they get more satisfaction from a stranger. What's the Ace of Swords? You got the Seven of Cups. Yeah. Clarity and truth has come out. The great gathering. You know, another thing too with the Seven of Cups, a lot of the families and friends are turning on the karmics. Yeah, they're turning on the karmics and they're telling your masculine, your feminine, I don't fuck with them. Don't bring her to my house. Don't bring her to my gathering. Yeah. And the masculine's like, shit, thank you for letting me know. And telling the karmic, hey, my friends and my family, they don't want you around anymore. The friends and the family are flipping on the karmic because they see how much she starts. These masculine, their friends and family are even siding with you because they see that the karmic is a clown and was causing drama the whole time. What's the Judgment? You got the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, someone's struggling now, and then that's why you're getting the Ten of Pentacles. The long-term stability, the family, all that. And these karmics are getting the Nagini, the snake, because they got that karmic principality energy, that serpent energy that they play with. And a lot of these masculines are starting to see that that they shouldn't just stick their dick or have a baby with just anybody. Now these masculines, I feel like they're thinking about genetics. They're thinking about mental illness. They're thinking about ancestors when they want to have children. And these karmics are not it. These karmics are not hitting the mark at all. At all. I feel like you change this masculine's palette, and whatever he liked before, he don't like that shit no more. All that superficial shit, it's done. He can't fuck with these karmics. And even some of the karmics that they deal with, claiming to be spiritual and shit like that, they're fucking false. And he's realizing that all these hoes are fake. And they're all riding off your wave, divine feminine. I feel like these masculines see that these karmics are trying to be your carbon copy. Yeah. And he wants no parts. She's hella unoriginal. Isn't that the bitch that you was just talking about? Now you're trying to dress like her. You're trying to be like her. You're trying to have your hair like her. Weren't you saying that she was crazy? Now you're trying to talk like her and study like her and be spiritual and stuff like that now? Yeah. Some of these karmics were acting like they're the real divine feminine, like they're this empress and stuff like that. These masculines are realizing that they're the karmic females and they're the Queen of Wands reversed. Low vibing. Page at best, princess at Wands. Not even the queen, the princess of Wands. Yeah. And they're realizing what low vibing trash they went to go get themselves involved with. They're embarrassed. And now the karmic is obsessed. And I feel like people are hearing about what your masculine's karmic has done or brought into your life. I feel like people are hearing about this. And it's an even bigger embarrassment for the masculine. Because people have to see what their karmic partner was trying to do. Oh, I feel chickens coming home to roost. What's the Ace of Swords? Yeah, you got the Ten of Cups right here. Didn't I tell you these karmics are calling their friends Ten of Swords? People don't want no parts. People want no parts. You got the Queen of Wands of the cave. People want no parts of dealing with the karmic. They're scorned. Yeah, and they're obsessed and they're embarrassing. And people don't want to be a part of what these karmics are a part of because they see what they represent now with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Didn't I tell you that all their friends and family are going to stop talking to them and ditch them and leave them alone because they realize how unstable they are? Because these karmics have to start just enough shit with you. Yeah. What's the Death card? And the Sun? You got the old woman, the karmic female. Yeah, I told you. And you got haughtiness. Didn't I tell you some of these karmics are going to start threatening these masculines with violence? They're threatening you too and starting shit because they can't get dick and they're mentally unstable. And you know one thing, and you're like, okay, why would somebody do all this? Like, what's the point? Because these karmics are on an energetic level, they're addicted to the divine feminine and they're also addicted to the masculine. So when they can't get any dick from the masculine because that's how they vicariously feed off of the feminine, if they can't get that, that's when they start going crazy because they have a chemical imbalance. A lot of these karmics already have mental illness. They drink a lot, they smoke a lot, their mind is calcified. So there's no room for growth. So they can only continue to spiral down into more nefarious and low vibrational energy. And that's what's happening. And that's what these masculines are realizing too, that this bitch is a waterhead. Reprobate. reprobate with the sword in the head, running around, bumping into shit. What's the 6 of Wands and the King of Wands? 8 of Wands? You got the child card. I'm telling you, some of these masculines are going to reach out to you and tell you that they want you to have their baby. So you having my baby, and it means so much to me. But you know, another thing too that I'm picking up on here, if you have kids with your masculine, I feel like some of them want to propose to you so that you guys can be a family with the kids. That's for some of y'all. I feel like he's tired of dealing with karmics. He wants to be home with his kids and wants to make it official and get things together and right and do healing. And you're going to find out about this. Another thing too, your masculine is going to reach out to you about this karmic that's been trying to trap him with a baby and tell him, and he's going to tell you he handled all that shit. That's not going to be a problem at all, ever. Some people are getting their shit together, yeah, because they have to go through the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Swords here, yeah. They have to get that clarity of truth, and it's only going through 9 of Swords to get that got them there. They have to go through that dark night of the soul to end this completely. 10 of Swords. What's the Ace of Swords? 10 of Swords. Yeah, this karmic was busting people in from all over the place to watch you, to stalk you, to spy on you, to even do spell work to keep the relationship apart, and it still came together. That's why you got Death card here. And didn't I tell you that some of these karmics are calling on their friends and their gangs and their family members or whatever the fuck to hit up these masculines because they can't get dick or attention or something like that? Desperate hoes. And some of their niggas are like, because even some of these men that they play with or whoever to do this stuff is like, honestly, if I didn't need the money, I wouldn't even do this because this is so childish. These karmics are hella stupid and embarrassing. What's the Judgment and the 10 of Pentacles? Yeah, you got constancy here. Yeah, a lot, and reunion. Boom. Yeah. Some of these karmics are upset because your masculine is chasing you now on your ass, like white on rice, on you. Every day trying to come to your house and blow up your phone and shit like that. And they're getting zero attention. And they're holding on because they're entity attachments. And these masculines are paying them zero attention. Imagine going from being the apple and getting all the attention to getting that shit. These karmics can't stand it. I once had your loving, baby, and I can't let go. That's what these karmics are saying. They can't let go. But these masculines are going to do it for them. They don't have no choice. Yeah. They lack love of self. So that's how they're going to be. This is how they're learning. This is how they're learning. A lot of these karmics have this spirit on them. Yeah, they lack love of self. And that's why they're conjuring entities coming towards them, hijacking their mind because they're easily used as a vessel for low vibrational bullshit. And they're still lying to themselves and lying to other people. And that's why they're delusional and having to get on pills and having mental health episodes and shit like that. And getting more into substance abuse because they can't handle their day-to-day reality. Because they realize that they're a lot of them are realizing that they're low vibing karmics, or they're getting iced out and isolated and embarrassed trying to compete with you. Yeah. Some of these masculines, I've told these karmics straight up, like, there's something wrong with you. Like, I'm not attracted to you, like, any way, shape, or form. I feel like some of these karmics, they even try to get pregnant, and your masculine said, I don't want to have an ugly baby. Wow. You guys are hilarious. Anyways, that's what I have for you guys. Wow. Thank you so much for watching. That's been your channeled message. Bye.